Well, when it comes to global warming and climate change, we've seen activists hold rallies, protest, and even go so far as to put themselves in danger to try and protect our planet. But our next guest prefers to make moves on the matter by literally making moves. Emma Bartolomucci is a climate activist and dance choreographer from Toronto who's brought her show, The Fourth R, Reduce, Reuse, Recycle, and Revolutionize, to the Halifax Fringe Festival in an effort to educate people about global warming. So she's joining us now this morning. Good morning, Emma. Thank you for being here. Did I completely butcher the last name?
Bartolomucci. Okay. You got it.
Kind of close. I was practicing, but you never know. Okay, so obviously, we've all kind of grown up on, the 3 R's, reduce, reuse, and recycle, but we're adding revolutionize now. So what does that actually mean in the concept that you're presenting it as?
So in the 90s, we learned a lot about the 3 R's, and that was great ideas for then, and that took us so far.
Sure.
Revolutionize really means that we have to revolutionize our economic system. Our capitalist system is so very hard on the environment. It's extractive, and we're not allowing time for things to regrow. And so the 4th R, revolutionize, it's revolutionized to a circular economy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you're presenting it through dance and through your show, which you've toured a couple other places. You're bringing it now to the Fringe Festival here in Halifax. How did you, kind of come up with just the concept, but then also, the choreography behind it?
Yes. So it follows the story of 3 characters, a fossil fuel giant CEO, a common consumer worker, and a person who lives close to the equator that is vulnerable to the effects of climate change. And these stories weave into each other through like an ecological revolution, through a natural disaster. And the choreography, it's just like my medium is dance, but my message is one of environmentalism. Okay. So yeah, we're kind of portraying the whole story through like forceful gestures, acting out the natural disaster, that kind of thing.
Wow, moving. And we just saw some of the show as well too there on screen there. This is such a unique way to kind of bring a message. Talk about, kind of revolutionizing the idea. It's certainly not something that I've seen before. What do you hope that people kind of take out of your show?
I've made the show to empower audiences to demand more from our systems, to demand more from our politicians, from our business leaders, to just be like, we need to put the environment first. We won't be able to sustain the way that we're going. We're going to lose our resources real quick, as we see. So how can businesses, how can corporations, how can politicians, how can we do better?
And so you are actually performing the piece at the Fringe Festival. Tell me what's going through your mind, just as a dancer, when you know that you've got all of these different images, of what you're trying to portray. What's going through your mind when you're performing it? I'm
really enjoying myself because I'm getting to do my thing on stage that I've been training to do since I was a kid. But now my activism and my art is really kind of combined. And I'm just, I'm obviously a little bit scared because this is a big idea that I'm putting out for people to see, and they're judging it. They're, whether that's good or bad, they're basing an opinion about it. But that's what that's what's important about it.
Absolutely. Do you have any props? I know we saw some bottles and cans and plastic and that sort of thing. Will we see any of that in the show at the festival?
We throw around a lot of garbage.
Hey, that's what people are doing anyway, right? That's why we need to better our environment to begin with, right?
Exactly.
What do you think is the most exciting part of being able to showcase this? Because you've actually toured this show a few other places. You were on Prince Edward Island, and you were at another festival.
Edmonton.
Yes.
We've also done a few showings in Toronto and the Ontario area. We've actually been to a school, which was like the most amazing experience for me so far, to be at a school talking to young people about it. But yes, sorry.
No, that's okay. Absolutely. My next question is going to be, I think, the most important. Where can people find this show? When and where?
Yes. So we are performing at Neptune Theatre, Scotiabank stage. And for the Halifax Fringe, September 9, 10, 11, we have evening performances. Okay. Come check us out. It's going to be really cool.
Perfect. Well, listen, you heard it here first. Come check out the 4th R: Reduce, Reuse, Recycle, and Revolutionize.
Woo!
We're changing the game here in climate change, hopefully at least the way that we present it. So by all means, go and check out Emma on stage this weekend at the Halifax Fringe Festival.